How's it going, friends? It's the VioletCitizen here. Today we have the semi-finals of Season 6 of the UDL, in which we're going up against the Northeastern Duskies and their coach Cookie. Hopefully links will be down in the description and I'll go and check him out. He has had a pretty good season so far. He got the wild card and then played another playoff game. So anyway, we meet in the semi-finals, aka division finals, conference finals, something like that. So yeah, my opponent has a pretty nice, bulky, kind of momentum-based draft, which is kind of a menace for my team, but we'll see how it does. As you can see, I have kind of color-coded what I'm expecting to see in this game. He has Lando, Jirachi, Washi, Florges, Blaziken, Mega Beedrill, Goodra, Chestnut, Spiritomb, Arceus, and Ebuzz. I'm definitely expecting Lando, I'm definitely expecting Jirachi, I'm definitely expecting Blaziken, and I'm definitely expecting Goodra, because as I'm going over the team, I'll say why I'm expecting all of those. So yeah, I built a team to kind of counter these specific four, but then be sort of flexible and stand on their own. So you're going to see some weird EVs, but some pretty standard sets in this team, which has been fine-tuned to death, and I want to thank anybody who helped with the creation of the team. So yeah, we have Celesteela. It's defensive, it's there to be a switch into the Lando and the Beedrill, mostly. It counters the Florges, which I suppose could be brought, and yeah, it's just a really good mon. Lead Seed, HPS for the Lando, Earthquake for the things that might want to go for the offensive switch in, them being Blaziken and Electabuzz, and Heavy Slam to do damage to pretty much anything else. The defensive EVs are there to take 2 banded super effective hits from Jirachi, I think. The Spadef is there to take a Specs Hydro from a Wishy-Washy if I need to. And 36 attack, I think, make sure that Heavy Slam is a 2-hit KO on a max HP, no defense Goodra, which I'm kind of expecting. And as you can see, I have this Manaphy set for the Goodra mainly. It has the Elclo and Knockoff, because Goodra is, I really see it being brought in, I really see it being Assault Vest. So I want to knock off the Assault Vest, Tail Glow, and have the Wakan Berry in case he wants the Thunderbolt. So Tail Glow, click Ice Beam, click Scald on the incoming something. It's basically there to dent things, this Manaphy. It's not really going to sweep, it doesn't really have the speed required to do so. I think this one outspeeds fast Blaziken and fast Goodra, which is mostly what I care about with this set. And you know, Scald is there for the burns. I suppose I could go Surf, but it's a rather physically offensive team that I'm going up against, so I'm like, okay, Scald, lucky burns, we might want to get those. So yeah, that's the Manaphy. Talonflame, it's again defensive, because I'm scared of physically offensive things such as Blaziken. Now, if I want to counter Blaziken, why do I have no bird moves on this one? Good question. U-turn, I think it's really useful because it's my only momentum move in this team. Willow and Flame Body, because obviously I want things to be burned. Blaziken cannot be burned, but you know, I want all the things to be burned. I want to catch a Land on the switch, maybe, you know, something like that. Roost, there for the recovery, obviously, and Taunt is there to prevent any kind of Calm Mind Rachi, Calm Mind Florges, maybe SD or Rock Polish Lando. You know, Taunt could be useful. Could prevent Wish Passing, it could do things, so yeah. Defensive are there to take 1 Jolly Poison Jab from Beedrill, I think, and Spadef EVs are there to usually tank a Thunderbolt from Jirachi, although I don't think that this is the optimal thing, because I just needed to outspeed a Jirachi in case it wasn't scarfed. So yeah, Piloswine. It's the standard set. It has the 4 moves that it always has. It's there for the Lando. It's there for the E-Buzz, and basically things that kind of threaten Celesteela. The defense spread is that take 2 Adamant Iron Heads from Jirachi, and the rest is just attack and HP, because that's the best use of EVs on a Piloswine, so that's cool. Then Dalmise, it's Assault Vested. It's supposed to deal with Jirachi because I don't really have much to deal with Psychic and Electric coverage Jirachi. Whether that would be Calm Mind or like Scarfed or Banded or something. Don't have much for it. And Dalmise is probably my safest switch. False counter, good check, something like this. To Jirachi with the triple stab that it always has, with a rapid spin, because you know I don't want hazards since I have the bird. And yeah, it's almost max. I decided to get some speed EVs on because I wanted to outspeed Washi in case it wanted to speed creep the Dalmise, which unlikely in my opinion, but you know, you never know. Do you know? Or you don't ever know? I don't know. Anyway, and last but not least we have Defensive Altaria, which is there to basically tank physical or even special Blaziken. The spread allows it to take any 2 moves, and you can see Return and Ice Beam and then minus Spatak Nature. Why is this? Because I actually see Florges being brought, and being with minus speed, I would get outsped by Florges, which, you know, in a pinch, Return does 35 to 45, depending on the spread. I'm always assuming max HP, but it could be defensive, it could be specially defensive or specially attacking, I suppose. Especially offensive, whatever. So yeah, Return and Ice Beam, this combo KOs pretty much every variant of Landorus, which is also nice. Basically, this is a switch cleric-y kind of thing to get damage on. It just doesn't die, and it does consistent damage to pretty much everything. So it's good. And yeah, let's just go into the game. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the. Florges, nice. So as you can see, Cookie brought the 6 that I expected, mostly maybe E-Buzz instead of Bitrill, but you know, that's a team that I'm kind of happy to see. Nothing too wacky. Obviously Jirachi could be scary, like everything could be scary, but I think I prepped well enough for the things that my opponent has brought. So I'm going to lead with Manaphy because I don't want to have early game rocks on my side of the field. Cookie's going to lead with Jirachi. I'm just going to click knockoff and dodge a Zen Headbutt, which could be good in the grand scheme of could be like influencing the rest of the game in the grand scheme of things, especially if he got the flinch, but it didn't, and I'm able to knock off the Choice Scarf, so this is pretty good. Cookie's going to U-turn out and go into his Gudra, as I'm going to Tail Glow, and here I kind of want to take the item off of the Gudra before firing off a +3 Ice Beam. But the Jirachi comes in, probably predicting the Ice Beam, and I'm going to knock it off again. Thunder Punch is not going to do too much because I do have the Wakanberry, and I'm going to click Scald, and everything will be fine in the woods. So E-Buzz comes in. I'm obviously expecting the electric type attack because I'm at +3, and if the electric type attack is not clicked, it's a bit of a choke, and I know that Cookie is better than that, so I'm going to go into Piloswine. Take nothing from Thunderbolt because, you know, ground is immune to electric. And I'm going to take this opportunity to set up rocks. This could be, let's go back, I'm going a bit too fast. This could be a non-choiced E-Buzz. It could be Eviolite. But I still think that I'm safe taking a Focus Blast if I need to and setting up the rocks, which are going to be beneficial for the rest of the game. I don't really see any good defog options, maybe florges, maybe Lando, but none of those really enjoy having defog occupying a move slot. So yeah, Lando comes in, gets intimidated off. I want to click the ice move, and I'm clicking the ice move as the Blaziken comes in and takes not much from it. Now my designated switch into Blaziken is going to be Altaria, and Cookie is going to predict really nicely a bird to appear on his screen and click Rock Slide and do decent damage, but I'm defensive, so I can take this and whatever else after I Mega Evolve. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to click the Mega button, take the Poison Jab, click Roost, and I think here Return didn't quite KO at this range, so I clicked Roost again, seeing what will happen. Florges comes in, which allows me a pretty free switch into the Celesteela as the Florges wishes up, and I'm going to predict, sort of, kind of. I wasn't really in any danger. If the Lando came in, that's fine. It was at full anyway. If the Blaziken comes in, I want to discourage it and click Earthquake, which is what I do, and the Blaziken is out of the way. So that's another thing that could hurt Celesteela going down. So that's pretty good. E-Buzz is going to be the switching off choice for Cookie, and I'm going to go into Altaria, predicting, I don't know, either the electric type attack or the Focus Blast, which I dodged, but I don't think that it could do more than 10% because Altaria is bulky and it resists the things. So yeah, I'm free to click Return right here as the Florges comes in and takes 39%. That's fine. You can see the wish passing thing happening again, so I'm going to go into Celesteela again. I'm going to click Heavy Slam this time because, you know, if Goodra comes in, maybe I will get a net something percent out of the wish passing plus damage. If the Lando comes in, that's fine. I can click HP Ice on the next turn, as Cookie is going to click Smackdown, which is a pretty good tech choice because it grounds my Celesteela, it could ground the other bird that I have, and it makes my team really suspect to Earthquake spam. Now, I kind of expected Gravity, to be honest, if it was going to be a grounding set, but Smackdown also works, and it also provides a rock move. So that's pretty good. As you can see, I click the HP Ice and I pop the Yachi Berry and it does nothing. I know it's a resistance berry, but still this is a kind of SPDEF Lando, I assume. And here I'm going to switch into Talonflame, predicting the Earthquake, but I'm going to get predicted and smacked down. And the bird is not going to be really useful for the rest of the game, but that's fine. I'm going to click Will-O-Wisp, burn the Lando, and go from there. I'm free to go into Celesteela again and click the HP Ice. This time, hopefully it will take the Lando out, but no, Cookie switches into his Goodra, which takes pretty much nothing from it. But this is not Assault Vest, actually it has lefties, so, you know. It's obviously not Assault Vested. Here he predicts the Altaria, which is a good play, and I'm going to click Heavy Slam to do over 50%, but I get a crit, so I do over 75%. And this definitely sped things up. Yeah, we're getting some hacks in our favor, so apologies for that, but you know, sometimes you just want to win in semifinals and you want luck to help you out. In the meantime, Volt switching didn't really work. I'm going to go into Piloswine and click EQ, because even if the Lando comes in and gets the Intimidate, it is burned and it doesn't really threaten, and I can click Ice Shard on the following turn and take it out. So that's pretty nice. Florges is going to probably Wish Pass again, as it does, and here I'm just going to click Earthquake because E-Buzz is the only way of maybe slowly clutching the game with taking down the Celesteela and then Toxic stalling everything with Florges. So I'm going to click EQ and not quite allow this to happen. So there's only florges left. Going to tank a Moonblast, click Heavy Slam, get another crit. Slightly unnecessary, but you know, that's it. This is the game. Good game, Cookie. I suppose the hacks helped me out quite a bit. I would have liked to see how the game would go if it wasn't for the first turn miss and for the crits with the heavy slams and the things, but overall I feel like my prep was pretty good for this one. The plays were kind of okay, like early game I played well, late game I played well. In the middle part, Cookie had some really good predictions with Orlando, but overall, lucky and bad prevails, so we're actually going to the finals. We won a semi-final for once. We've lost like 7 in a row, I think. So it's nice to be back in contention for a title. We're playing with Dazzle. No, that's all I wrote. So yeah, final time. Let's just look at our opponent's team, our opponent's draft. As you can see, it's like 9,000 quad weaknesses, which has actually worked out pretty well, forcing opponents to run all kinds of stupid sets and then capitalizing with excellent predictions and making it to the finals. So yeah, I brought the team. It has the bird with water coverage. It has standard Dragon Dance Altaria with some bulk. It has defensive Celesteela with all kinds of coverage to deal with things. It has Grimer as my answer to Necrozma, which could be good, could be bad. It has the knockoff and the Poison Fang for the 80% chance to poison things and not let them set up in my face, hopefully. And the Flamethrower for the Katana. And then AV Dalmise with HP Fire again. And then AV Como with pretty much every coverage move that I could possibly need to hit everything super effectively, hopefully. So yeah, let's just go into the game. I'm going to lead off with my Como, or as Dazzle is going to lead with his Togedemaru. And this is a matchup that I kind of enjoy because I can click Drain Punch turn 1, but Dazzle's going to go for Workup and the Sturdy and the Slackberry. And then on the next turn he's going to reveal Reversal, which is excellent tech. It's exactly what we're supposed to... Okay, where were we? Reversal, good tech. I'm going to click Drain Punch again and take this threat out, which could have 6-0'd if I wasn't careful enough, and thankfully I have the bulky Como to do things and stuff. Nihilego is going to come in, try and force me out, but not quite. I'm going to stay in because I'm ballsy like this. And I'm going to click Drain Punch and get the Comerupt on the switch, which is good. Here I'm not really afraid of anything, and I'm going to click Aqua Tail and take the Comerupt out. And I think this is where the good predictions stop on my side, and this is where Dazzle absolutely plays me like a violin on a rooftop. Firstly, going for Leech Seed on my Celesteela switching, then U-turning into, I think, Necrozma as I'm trying to Heavy Slam, and it does like 0 damage after the Leech Seed recovery and the lefties. Does it have lefties? No, it does not have lefties, so that's interesting. I'm going to go into my Alolan Grimer, dodge a Hit Wave because that's how good mons do things. And I'm going to click the knockoff on whatever comes in, and this is going to be the not florges, comfy. It comfortably. No, I cannot pun like this. It's going to go for the U-turn. as I'm going to go for the poison move, and the katana is going to obviously not take any damage from it, and I'm going to reveal flamethrower right here, right now, right here, right now, as the Comfy comes back in and it clicks lead seed, and it's slightly problematic. I'm going to click knockoff again, predicting something, I don't know what. I'm not really predicting all that well in this part of the game, but I am going to go into my Talonflame. I don't get poison touch, I don't get flame body hacks, which is good, because lucky and bad should be defeated at some point. So Bird is obviously scared of the jellyfish. This is how nature works. So the dragon is going to be the switching of choice. It's going to get crit parried by a thunderbolt, which didn't really matter, to be honest. But the way Dazzle plays this Nihilego, it leads me to believe that he's scarfed. Turns out that he was not, but I don't know that yet. I've played the whole game thinking that this Nihilego was scarfed. And here I'm going to click the dragon move, but I get paralyzed, so I'm saved from the embarrassment of being predicted once again, like 10 times in the last 9 turns. It was a bit rough. Draining Kiss is going to take out the Komodo. I didn't really do much, being paralyzed and at low HP, so you know, better have the Comfy to take it out than an Ultra Beast with a Beast Boost, I suppose. So yeah, I'm not really too bothered. I'm going to go into Celesteela, going to click Leech Seed as I'm going to receive seeds again. Leech Seed accuracy in this league has been pretty good. I'm not really going to complain. And here I'm going to go for a prediction for once, and I'm going to get Leech Seed on the Porygon to kind of discourage the setup. Obviously here I'm going to switch. Heat Wave is entirely possible, and I'm not really bothered. I'm going to go into my Alolan Grammar, which doesn't dodge the Heat Wave, and it gets burned this time, which is okay. It's what I deserve. It's what I'm playing this game for, I suppose. So I'm going to Poison Fang the incoming Comfy and not get the poison, which is okay, I suppose. So yeah, at this moment I'm just not really seeing Grimer do things and stuff. I'm going to click Poison Fang again as Katana comes in, and here maybe he would take the opportunity to set up or go somewhere, so I clicked Flamethrower, but no Smart Strike is going to be able to take me out. I'm going to go into the Bird. If this is scarfed, it's locked into Smart Strike. If it's not scarfed, I outspeed and I can click the Fire move and go from there. So Fire move is going to do a lot of damage to the Comfy, and here I'm going to SD as the Comfy is going to U-turn out. I suppose at this moment it was fodder, so you know, not much is going to change. And the Nihilego comes in. I outspeed this Nihilego, but I don't know at the time, so this is excellent plays by Dazzle. I could have clicked the water thingy button and do a lot of damage to things, although he switches out again, so it could have been just to fodder the Comfy, which, wow, excellent plays. I'm going to click the HP Fire, predicting the possible Katana, but Dazzle doesn't want to really save this thing, so I'm just going to go for the Anchor Shot, take this lovely bunch of flowers out of its misery. It has done really well. It has predicted my every move, every breath I take, every move I make. And now I'm going to watch this Necrozma be free to click Psychic moves and Calm Minds. So I want to prevent it, and I'm going to go into Altaria and I'm going to click Dragon Dance and hope that 2 returns are going to be able to do the job. Now, if he has Photon Geyser, it's 100 base power. If he has Stored Power, which he has, it's 100 base power, so I'm not really too worried. Thankfully, 2 returns are going to be able to take out the Necrozma, and now obviously I don't want to fodder anything to the to the katana. So I'm going to switch into Talonflame as Dazzle is going to go for the Z Tailwind, boosting the crit rate and being fast. And Night Slash, thankfully, it doesn't do enough to take me out. I don't even think that this was a roll because I had a lot of HP investment on the bird. And obviously I don't get the flame body, but that's fine because I'm able to click the fire move and take the katana out and the bird out as well, so that's pretty good. Nihilego is going to be the last mon left on the field for my opponent, and I'm going to go into Celestial and take take a lot of damage from the Thunderbolt, which confirms that it is Expert Belt and not Scarfed. But I'm going to Heavy Slam and win the game. So, great game, Dazzle. Easily outplayed me. I think my prep was a little bit more consistent and boring, and kind of guided me through a victory that I didn't really earn playing the game, but mostly prepping and drafting and doing things. So yeah, we have a league title. And that's pretty nice. After a lot of years of grinding, we finally get this bread. We finally get the title that we hoped that we would get. I want to thank a couple of people who have helped me out in these last stages of the league. Should I name drop? I think I'll drop the names at the end of the video just to keep you watching. I think I'll have a nice-ish, if I say so myself, section in which it's a season recap. It's kind of similar to the way that I started the season in terms of YouTube. And yeah, I want to thank everybody in the league for tolerating me, for being pretty good with scheduling, with organizing. The docs were really nice and really helpful in getting good teams and good stats and good information, and just overall, thank you for watching, thank you for playing, thank you. Goodbye.
Staring at the sun that I've been following all day. I'm driving to another place I've never been before. Dust in the sky and the chill in my heart. Tell me all the glorious yesterday has gone. We are running to the end of the endless road, and I can't let go.